All right, enough of that. Enough work. Done being serious. It's time to have fun. Okay, feels good being back in the gym. We don't have to deal with any crap from my neighbors or being in some sort of dungeon downstairs. So let's get it started. It's time for the exercise of the day. Today we're going to talk about the overhead press. Now this pretty much applies to anything. One arm, two arm, kneeling on the ground, seated on a bench, whatever you prefer. Okay, now before you do any sort of overhead pressing, there is a simple test that you should do to make sure that overhead pressing is right for you. A lot of us just don't have the mobility for it, whether our lats are too tight or we're not strong enough in our lower traps or a host of other different things. Okay, so without getting too technical, all you have to do is go against the wall, make a fist, stick your thumb up, and then reach back. Okay, keeping your back nice and flat, see if you can get your thumb to the wall. Okay, with a little bit of space between your arm so that you're level with your ear. Okay, that's the position that we want at the top of the press without too much of a struggle to just get into position. Okay, the strain should be pushing the weight up, not forcing yourself into a position that you're not comfortable in, that you can't get to. Okay, so if you do that over time, it's going to beat that shoulder up and it's going to do more harm than good. That being said, let's just assume you're good to go. Okay, so I like doing the half kneel position because loosens up the hips, works on the core at the same time, a lot of bang for your buck. But like I said, whatever you prefer. So when it comes to overhead presses, kettlebells are ideal. Okay, when it comes to what's best for the shoulder, what allows it to move in a really free range of motion, and pretty much the way that the weight sits, it makes it very hard to do it wrong. Okay, kettlebells are great. So when you press up, you want to push up so your arm's locked out. You get that window of space between your arm and your ear. And when you go from a side view, there should be your arm in line with your ear. Okay, that goes for any overhead pressing in the seat, in a machine, whatever you're doing, that's the goal. Okay? It should be nice and stacked, knee to arm or hip to arm, whatever you're in. Okay? When you do this, the focus should be that you're not shrugging your shoulder up. It shouldn't be super close to your ear. When you press up, your shoulder should roll back. Okay? You're pressing up, it's going back. And then when you're here, your whole shoulder, the top of it should be facing behind you. Okay, your lat is going to take over and help out with some stability, which is why if it's super tight and you can't get to this position, it's not going to help a whole lot with that stability. Okay, so when you get to this spot, good to go, bring it back down. Make sure the shoulder rolls back. Okay, get a nice little stretch, and then bring it back down. Okay, very simple. If you can handle this, if you can do it correctly without putting yourself in a bad position over time, it's amazing for the shoulders. It can even bring up your bench if that's what you're working on. So make sure to follow these rules and give it a go. Let me know how you like it in the comments below.